to Oz After Dark. I am Chasing Oz, and this is my best bitch, Tina.
Hey, everybody.
We are so excited to be recording again after a small hiatus for the holidays filled with chaos.
Utter chaos. What
Chaos.
the fuck is going on?
Fucking holidays. This past month, I don't know, bro. I'm living on a prayer.
I'm on the phone with my therapist, and even she's like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I got nothing. I went into my therapist last week for the first time since the election, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "I'm not either. It's okay." She was like, "We just have to look for the good in it." I know, Francis. I know.
And I'm watching the time go. And I hadn't spoken to her in a while for the same chaos that we're talking about. And I'm watching the clock, and I'm like, dude, I only have like 6 minutes left. I haven't even scratched
Raised the surface. Right. Oh my God.
So, but here we are. We're back.
But we're here. We're back. And I'm also going to be toying around with a new weekly little ditty I'm going to be recording towards the end of the week, doing like a 20-minute or so news wrap up by myself, as well as our once a week usual drop. We have some guests that we're working on for the new year. So I'm super excited about that. Very, very excited. And today,
we will have
our shit together.
That's such crap. That's bullshit.
I'm lying. That's a lie.
Yeah. Just to set
I can't promise you that.
I'm not going to have my shit together. I mean, if you have yours,
I'm really going to try. I'm really enjoying this self-employed thing. It's giving me time to like do all the shit people want from me and have been asking for years.
I love that for you.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. I'm actually really enjoying it. Now that I'm like, I have found a routine.
Yeah,
I am thriving once again.
You need that. And it's, you literally got back from Africa and it
destroyed house.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yes.
That was a lot. I was gone for 3 weeks. And then I outran 2 hurricanes and came home to a hurricane damaged house. Woo!
So let's say that 2024, we're going to be kind to ourselves.
No more hurricanes.
Oh, or you're living up here, man.
I can't do it no more. I don't got it in me. You need to GoFundMe to get me out of the state. Help me. Help me. I'm poor. my little cup.
You're gonna need more than that cup to come back up here.
I lived in a van down by the river.
Up here. Nicole and I are like, so when are we going to PA? Because like New York and New Jersey, impossible. Yeah. No.
So this afternoon, we're going to be talking about the murder and backlash of the UnitedHealthcare CEO. Because
crazy.
Wow. I think there's a lot to talk about. There's a TikTok video that I came across from a TikToker that I love that I want to share in this episode.
He did such a great job because you gave me the opportunity to listen to it before we spoke today. Yeah. He did such a great job, and people really need to listen and understand what's happening with our healthcare system. And before I kind of go into it, you know what it made me think of? The infamous malaria pills, right? So you and I live in the U.S., both have our health insurance, the whole 9 yards. I paid upwards of whatever it was, $600-700.
Like $700.
Okay, so let's just round it up. Both of us spent $700 between vaccinations and the meds. You forget yours in Florida. You go to Amsterdam, and in their healthcare system, you paid how much?
$140
for the malaria pills. So I just say that because when I hear people
and that was with their $60 fee that they charge you. It's a tax if you don't have health insurance in the Netherlands, which obviously I didn't. So that was the bulk of what I paid.
And we were able to get it within an hour. So I'm gonna
We
step in.
hopped on a trolley that tried to keep us.
That's true. We barely got off the fucking trolley, but that's all another conversation. But the
It
thing
was
that
only one stop.
I was like, get me the fuck off. But I literally, the reason I bring it up is people that will say to me, like, if I bring up my concerns, are like, well, that's the price of things. Fucking bullshit. It's the price of things in the US. It's how the US works. It's
They
all
figured it
the,
out everywhere else.
yeah, like the corruption. And I'll let you speak about what happened with that CEO. But this is the level of aggravation for that people are at with their
Yeah.
loved ones not getting the care they deserve for not. My dad is currently at the hospital. He was admitted yesterday. Thank God for just mild pneumonia. Unfortunately, after you have a stroke, you have these other issues that sometimes come arise because you're a little sedentary. 23 people in the ER needed a bed in the hospital. It was 40, almost 48 hours later, he just got a bed. Like, we're getting to a point, and everybody was like, well, no one wants to work. Why do you think the nurses don't want to work in the hospital? It's
Because
not
they
that
pay them
nurses
shit, and
don't
then the
want
administrators
to.
get
Yeah,
paid a fucking ungodly
you're,
amount of money.
you're fucking paying these nurses nothing for what they do,
They
and
treat them like shit.
their responsibilities are through the roof. I wouldn't want to fucking do it either. So
Now,
it's too much.
those of you who don't know probably realize after listening to Tina that she works in the healthcare industry. Dun, da, da, da. That's why we wanted to talk about this, because
Yeah.
she has the inside knowledge and I have the politic of it
Yeah.
all.
And I work with
And
my global colleagues because my organization that I work for is global. And even listening to my global colleagues when they talk about their system, their work that they do. I primarily do work in generics and biosimilars as a trainer, but I see it through that lens, right? So you would think generics, biosimilars, that's great, right? Because that's where those savings come. In any other country but ours, they can have their generics biosimilars. In the US, the amount of money that's spent on litigation alone to try to fight the patents that these parent companies have on these drugs that they hold on to for 20, 30 years past expiry is insane. Millions and millions of dollars spent on just trying to get the opportunity to bring cheaper meds to people. It actually infuriates me. So sorry, I'm a little passionate about it because I hear it every day at work, and it's just heartbreaking that this is
it's
where we're.
horrible. It's
It is.
horrible. So let's start at the beginning. Roughly about 2 weeks ago, at the annual stakeholders meeting for United Healthcare, upon arriving at the hotel where the meeting would be taking place, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was gunned down by Luigi Manginelli. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck it all up. I'm not even.
Girl,
We're just gonna call him the adjuster.
yeah,
Okay, we're just gonna call him the adjuster.
he's got a little bit of an Italian name, just like
It's a Luigi, adjuster Luigi. So we now know him. He's become an internet folk hero over the past couple days, a modern day Robin Hood when it comes to the disgruntled, just aggravation that people have with the healthcare system here in this country. Because I can guarantee you, out of everybody that you know, somebody has a story, a horrible story, a
yeah,
story of somebody's health that was greatly impacted by a insurer or a lack of basic insurance here in the US. Everybody has a story. No matter who you talk to, there's somebody that has been impacted in their circle.
very much. And Danielle, what kills me is you think of how many people have had denied claims, right? Postponement of surgeries or procedures, regardless if it's cancer driven, whatever it may be, all because of the length of prior auths and
Mhm.
approvals that just for the lay people to understand, those aren't doctors, or usually not even of any kind of medical status, that make those decisions.
Nope.
Those decisions are made by a grid system where it costs this much. This is what they need to do in order to get it. And if they don't have all these criteria, the amount of physicians that, because I worked very closely with a lot of doctors when I was on the pharmaceutical side of it, the amount of times that they have to get on a call with someone with zero medical background, zero, trying
And
to
try and explain it.
yeah, these are pulmonologists, cardiologists, oncologists. As physicians,
They should be
they're
treating their patients.
all they're trying to do, man. They are literally going, patient X is having this issue. They would do well with this type of treatment. And to know that they can't give their patients what their patients deserve infuriates them as well, right? So it's not even just the patient. There are a lot of great doctors out there that want to do the right thing, but their hands are tied by the insurance carriers that will most definitely not approve the vast majority of things that they try to get done.
I mean, it's a criminal system. So,
Yes.
basically what happened in that span of a couple days was the healthcare CEO was killed. Um, During that time, another healthcare company had rolled out a controversial new policy where they would not be covering extended anesthesia.
So am I supposed to wake up while you're in
Oh,
my
I'm
body?
sorry that this
What?
surgery is taking a little bit longer.
The
Should I
fuck
go
does that
without?
mean? But what does that even mean? So you literally have my body cut open doing some shit, and you're
Are you
gonna
gonna
make
fucking pause and gonna fucking call the insurance company in the middle of this shit?
what does that even mean?
So, in the midst of this, right, homeboy gets popped on the street of New York City. Now, come to find out, the guy that killed him originally was looking at building a bomb, right? He
Yeah.
was looking at like a Unabomber type thing, but he didn't want to injure any innocents. That's why he started ghost printing a gun. Bro made his own gun. It was a DIY project. You
You
can do that
right?
here
Like,
in America.
can we pause for a second and just let your fans know I can't get my fucking microphone to work for this podcast, and this motherfucker made a gun. Like, Danielle, it's either him, like what?
I wish that you guys could have seen the 20 minutes coming up to us recording today, because she has the microphone, she has all the equipment, and the iPad's just being a son of a bitch. We got matching everything. She's got the same fucking shit. We've been trying.
Oh, sorry.
We had Austin on the phone. The poor guy's not even home yet. He's like, fuck my God. You guys again?
So that's why I bring it up that this guy was able to make a gun. And maybe if he's willing to chat with me, he could figure out how to do my microphone.
I think he's in a little bit of trouble now.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of free time on his hands now, if you want me to be honest. Like,
maybe he could phone a friend.
I'm guessing he didn't do it by himself. And listen, horrible that this guy got killed. Like,
it's unfortunate. It's
horrible.
A sad state of affairs, but unfortunately, I can't bring myself to give a fuck about a guy that makes fucking
bazillion dollars, man.
$33 million a year. Like, I'm sorry. His kids are gonna be fucking fine. They'll be taken care of. It sucks. My nephew's a fucking orphan. I've seen it firsthand. I know what it means. He lost both his parents. My sister and his dad, right? But like, come on.
I think what it's showing too, Danielle, honestly, is everybody's had it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's calling bullshit.
We're in the eat the rich portion of this decade.
Yeah.
And it's astonishing to me that people could feel this way and cheer for what this guy did after just voting for a billionaire to
Yeah.
run the country, while Elon Musk is out there running around acting like he just bought America.
Because he did.
He did it in plain sight. Y'all motherfuckers have been
Yeah.
talking about George Soros for
Yeah.
the last fucking decade. I haven't seen a goddamn dime from that motherfucker, but this guy just bought America
Yeah.
in front of everybody. And then he's going to come in and be like, ooh, we got to cut veterans' health care. How
The
about you
same.
cut your government subsidies for your fucking stupid rockets, you dumb motherfucker?
Or what about he fucking goes out and tries to defend our country? Get the fuck out of your house and you go do what these veterans have done.
And
You
then
go out.
yesterday, I saw him launch into a rant about how people that work from home, it's unfair to people that work in factories or at McDonald's. Sir, I don't want to hear somebody who makes $43,000 a second.
Don't tell me
I
what
don't
to
want to
do.
hear shit from you.
Don't tell me
Fuck
what to
you. Shut the
No.
fuck up.
As,
Now that we got that out,
as someone that does work remote, I
tell me how you
fucking
really
work
feel.
my ass off. I barely get to eat lunch. The joke is, I don't know how I'm not thin. I mean, well, I do know how I'm not thin. Let's not be stupid. I eat a lot, but I love red wine. That's a side note. But I work from the minute I get up, and you're expected to be fucking on that computer 24/7.
Yep.
God forbid I go to make myself lunch and someone calls me and I don't answer. So that's so fucking disrespectful
Yeah.
for someone of that caliber of cash to be telling us normal folk how to live. Shut up, dude.
Right.
Shut
Like,
the
first,
fuck up.
shut the fuck up. Don't you have like a little toddler human shield to be like wielding around somewhere? Fuck off.
And
And I
what's
love it
this
how the
thing?
second
Can
that,
I
like,
ask a question? Does he have some bad work done? What the fuck is wrong with this guy's face? He looks like he's been on oral steroids way too long, and his face is imploding. Like, I want to take a pin and just pop the motherfucker. And
it's ketamine.
is that what it is?
It's ketamine.
Thanks.
It's a whole lot of drug use.
I have no idea. Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome. Glad I could clear that one up for you. Next.
That's awesome.
So needless to say, I feel as though America has hit this point where we're fed up with it, but y'all just voted for it.
Yeah.
So the cognitive dissonance as a people to have this reaction after the math don't math.
Yeah.
It doesn't math to me. I don't understand. Can somebody explain this? Because I feel like I has the dumb.
I think that it's when I hear people that have chosen to vote for Trump, and what kills me is it was your choice, right? You did it. Why do you feel like you got to convince me that you did the right thing? Bitch, if you really think you did the right thing, you wouldn't have to fucking convince
You don't have
anyone.
to justify it to me.
You don't have to justify it, bitch. But the reason you keep coming at me as someone who doesn't take the bullshit is because you, as a human being, know you
fucked up.
You fucked up. So now I'm going to sit my fat ass back. Unfortunately, I could only do what I could do. I voted. I tried, right? We all tried our best.
I'm going to go to the Netherlands.
Oh, if you don't fucking take me with you. If I start seeing,
I'm going to go on a trip, like for one of my trips next year, and just never come back.
Listen, man, I still say we should have like an apartment or something there, because I think every few months we need a few weeks in the Netherlands, because it just, regardless of the pot use, it really does mellow you out.
1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. It's like the National Guard.
And whatever, they're cutting veteran benefits anyway. It's not like I could have made anything beat in the National Guard. Might as well get high in fucking Amsterdam.
Oh my God, we're ridiculous.
It's hard. I don't think we're even done with what we're going to start seeing either.
No.
I think
hasn't even started.
Like prime right now.
Yeah.
But to know how many people work for these healthcare companies, and again, the worker bees, right?
And the
They don't make
CEOs are taking their CEO pages down off their websites. All of these, corporate billionaires are upping their security and trying to hide. Maybe I could give you a little bit of advice as to what would be a better option for you. And that would be to stop being huge gluttonous pieces of shit and start being decent human beings.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll never have that kind of cash. I feel like they forgot how to be a person, just a
Humans.
normal human being. You know,
Empathy.
just a little empathy, man. Like,
It's all about money.
but if
It's
you,
not about people.
it's not about people. It's not what's best for the patient. I almost laugh when I hear people go, "What is it? What's best for the patient?" What? Besides the fucking patient and the patient's family, no one else gives a shit what's best for the patient. My dad needs an MRI. He's at a hospital. Sloan Kettering is like, why don't you ask them to do the MRI? It'll save him from having to come to Sloan and getting one there. Do you know what the hospital that he's at says? Yeah, we can't do that because we're not treating his cancer, so we can't. So you really don't give a fuck what's best for my dad. You just want to get paid for
Mhm.
the MRI
Yeah.
at $1, right?
Yep.
So so it's absurd.
It
I think
is.
the money that they have makes them completely out of touch. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter to them what's covered and what's not, or what's
No.
it
Because
doesn't
they'll
matter.
never have to worry about
Not
their
one,
treatment being
right?
covered or not being able to afford what they need because
Yeah,
they have it. And it doesn't matter. And it's the poor that are dying. And it's
yeah,
the fucking people that Elon Musk wants tied to his fucking factories.
yeah.
It's what it is. It's why they want to defund education. But I think this is a really good time to see if I can figure out how to fucking get this video in here, this TikTok video. So I follow Andrew. I have followed Andrew forever. He's one of my favorite follows on TikTok. Um, so let's see if this works.
He's a very sharp dressed man.
Last year, the United States spent $4.8 trillion on healthcare alone. Now, that's an enormous number. To put it into perspective, if you took the top 10 richest men on the planet and added together all of their net worths, you wouldn't have half of what this country spent on healthcare in just 1 year. Healthcare spending accounts for somewhere between 15 and 18% of our country's entire GDP. What that means is that $1 in every $6 spent in this country is spent on healthcare. The United States spends far and away more than any other wealthy nation on the planet. And in exchange for this exorbitant amount of money, the United States receives the worst healthcare of any wealthy nation on the planet. In a survey of 10 wealthy nations, the United States ranked dead last when it came to health outcomes and access to care, and second to last when it came to administrative efficiency and equity. The United States is the worst when it comes to, things like life expectancy and infant mortality and safety during pregnancy and diabetes management. If we're spending all of this money, where the hell is it going? It's going to administrative costs. The United States spends more than double the next highest wealthy nation in administrative costs. The money is going to, among other devious entities, health insurers. The health insurance industry recorded net profits, not gross, but net profits of $25 billion in 2023. In 2022, while a lot of you were rationing your insulin and your inhalers, CEOs of just 7 health insurers took home $335 million. And the health insurance industry has spent $117 million on lobbying the government to keep this system in place this year alone. To be clear, they are robbing you, and they are keeping you and the people you love the most sick and in pain to do it. The reason that they're doing this is because they believe that you are too dumb or too weak to do anything about it. And every day that we labor under this system, we prove them right. The time for Medicare for all was 80 years ago. Every other wealthy nation on this planet has figured this out. Why haven't we?
Why haven't we? Because we live in a for-profit system.
Yeah.
Where that is just what it is. And I think that after watching that, the icing on the cake actually is the next video, which was posted the subsequent morning. Let me figure out. Bear with me because this is the first time I'm ever doing this, and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go.
Video saying that we should have had Medicare for all in this country 80 goddamn years ago. And the only reason we don't is because every single one of our health insurers are greedy, blood-sucking fucking parasites. Well, just this morning, I woke up to an email from my health insurer, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. In that email was an explanation of benefits saying that I owe $12,000 for some lab work I had done back in September. Now, it's true, in September, I had a doctor's appointment, and when I made that appointment, I was very careful to choose a doctor that was in network at a place that was in network. During that appointment, they said, hey, do you want to do some lab work? I said, yes. I thought it was fucking part of it. No one explained that it was going to cost me $12,000 to get this lab work done, and the lab that they used to do that lab work was apparently not in network. And now I owe $12,000. All right, for 12 grand, I could fly to Paris, get the lab work done, spend 3 months in Paris doing whatever it is Parisians do, eating baguettes and sighing non-committally, I guess, and then come back to the United States. This entire country fucking sucks. Everything about it is a goddamn con designed to take money out of your wallet and put it into the wallets of people who are vastly more wealthy than you could ever goddamn imagine.
Well, if that isn't a fucking mic drop, I don't know what is. If that isn't really like a kick to the nuts of just America in general, I don't know what is.
Danielle,
I mean,
the thing that kills me when he talks about the 12,000, right? I love his analogy that he could have fucking flown to Paris, had a great time. I got sick right after I proposed to Nicole. I ended up getting COVID. Didn't realize it was COVID, or I wouldn't have gone to the ER, but I thought I was having a reaction to some other meds that I was on. So she calls an ambulance. She was very concerned. My fever was through the roof, whatever. I want to make you laugh. She asked she asked the paramedics, can you take her temperature? Oh, we don't have a thermometer. On the in the ambulance?
what?
Now, of course, I am engaged to a retired police officer. She's like, what? So, okay, we move on from there. She goes, so you can't tell me what her temperature is? Or like, can you, so fast forward, she now.
That's part of your vitals, bro.
Dude, it's your fucking vitals. That's like basic shit. I do that for my fucking kids. Like,
Where were you when this took place?
Philadelphia. Like, it's not like I was in the sticks of Alabama. No pun intended to the poor people of Alabama. Well, you know what I mean. Fucking Philadelphia. So she now is like, get her to a hospital because you don't have the ability to do the right thing for her in the ambulance. I'm going to make you giggle. No sirens, no lights, no nothing. I get to the hospital. They help me. You know how much the bill was for that fucking ambulance?
Like $700.
No, it was $2,500, which I laughed. So of course I called Nicole. I'm like, I didn't even get fucking lights. There was no thermometer. What are we saying? So I submitted to my insurance company and I'm like, fuck you motherfuckers. I ain't paying this shit.
Absolutely not.
So I was still out $250 because we all have good old deductibles for everything now. But I literally was in an ambulance with no thermometer who decided to hit my insurance company for an exuberant amount to go, by the way, 5 miles, if we're really 5 to 10 miles. This is what's wrong with it, man. You're allowing these bills to just be, it's the most obscure amounts I've ever heard in my life. Like, what does that even mean? How do you justify
And every other country around the world has had it figured the fuck out. They have
Yeah.
happiness levels higher than the US. They have better quality of life. They have longer life. They have better access to drugs and treatment and things that they need and basic services. Just look at the Netherlands and the compassionate care model that they have for addiction. They have no homelessness. They have no drug addicts. They have no panhandlers. They don't, if people need help, they get help.
And they have empathy, like you were talking about before. Their people want to help their people.
They have care-based systems.
Yeah.
Other parts of the world, it is just so wild that last year, $117 billion was spent by the health insurance companies paying off politicians, paying off the people that make our laws. That is where the money is going.
Yes.
All of those record profits are going back to our government in the form of bribes, legal bribes.
They
Thanks
need to keep the
United
system going, Danielle. They got to keep the machine going. So they don't
want the machine has to collapse.
It has to implode upon itself, which I know will have consequences. But I look even to my kids' kids one day, who knows?
This system ain't working, and it hasn't worked in a long time.
No, it cannot work.
It is a sick care model of care. It is not preventative. It's not sustainable. And mothers are dying in record numbers. We have the worst maternal mortality rates. We have the worst infant mortality rates of any industrialized nation. All of the nations that meet the healthcare standards that we have in this country, the basic standards of living, we, the greatest nation on earth, have the worst outcomes.
Yeah.
Come on. Why are we accepting any of this?
Yeah. Like, look at what you're getting for your money, right? It almost goes back to, you're spending all this money. My company pays their part of my insurance.
It's like buying a Cybertruck.
Yeah, dude.
You spent all that fucking money for that piece of shit.
Fucking garbage can.
That fucking thing looks like a dumpster on wheels, and you spent $150,000 on it. You're fucking stupid. Yeah. Rich people are dumb. And if you're not rich and you bought one of those with your life savings, okay, you're never getting laid either. That's not going to get you laid, bro.
Oh, yeah,
no. Help.
No. So no one's going to get in that car and want to get naked. That's not the feel that they're going to get.
No.
And
no, I see that and I rage.
You definitely don't want to get, any kind of moisture in that car either, since it is electric. So be careful.
Did you see the one that drove on the beach and lit on fire?
It's the best shit I ever saw.
Oh my God. Gave me life.
I was literally like, you fucking dumb fuck. It's an electric car.
I love it.
When they
drive it right into the ocean.
Yeah. When they say, like, don't, put your hand in a toast or a fork in a toaster.
Tell them to get in the bathtub with a hairdryer now.
Or maybe
do that next.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, remove the label, remove warning labels off of shit, and that will sort out all the problems we need to address in this country. If we're being honest here.
I hate to say pessimistic, but I don't see anything changing anytime soon. Based upon
election's a bitch.
Based upon the election choices that the people of the United States have done, then it seems like they're cool with it. So
I wonder if there's any countries accepting refugees from America yet. I'd like to apply.
I'll go live with the fucking medicine man family. Like, in all honesty, like,
right?
You're
Baby
living the
Lisa.
best life.
Bring me back to Zimbabwe. I will be cool for a couple of years. I could rock it there for like 4 years.
I think we could do
Victor and Taro, as long as those two are involved. I feel like.
So I don't know if they're going to want to be involved.
They don't have a choice. If we come back, we're just going to show up, and they're going to be like, "I have Taro's address."
I think they're a 12-step program based upon our visit with them. And I don't know what step they're on. Maybe we catch them towards the latter part.
For those of the listeners that don't know who Victor and Taro is, they were our guides when we were in Zimbabwe and Botswana in October, and they were 100% sick of our shit by the end of it.
Most definitely, but
We
very
love
happy
them.
used.
They do keep in touch though. Like I get texts from them and like Big Mike and OT.
Oh, they're so
Yeah,
sweet. Yeah, so sweet.
they're the best. But yeah, no, I could probably go live somewhere else for a couple of years and be completely good.
These I think all the traveling I've done with you has really opened my eyes to the way the rest of the world works. And
Yeah.
I see on your posts, you know, you'll have new people that are looking to travel with you and they might be worried or, you know, nervous because they're by themselves. You guys gotta, if you're able to, go see the world for nothing else but to open up your mind to the way other worlds take care of their people.
Yeah.
Uh, all the Costa Rica, Amsterdam, Zimbabwe, Botswana, it is real. You come back with a bit of
It's
really,
definitely changed me.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's changed me. I can never be complacent about
Mm-mm.
the shit show that this country is
Yeah.
because you see how happy, you know me, I'm always like, just be happy and at peace, right?
Yeah.
People are, they have their issues. Don't, you know, don't
Oh
get,
yeah. All of the countries that I
yeah,
visited have their issues.
like they have,
But
you know, issues in Costa Rica and all that kind of stuff, but they don't have this absurd
hate,
amount of fraud and hatred and
Yummy,
just
and
yuck, man,
yeah.
fucking yuck. You know, if you don't fit
But
into people's little boxes of who they're going to take care of, you're fucked.
honestly, in all the places that I visited since I started doing this in 2023, I've gone to Ireland, Italy, Iceland, Costa Rica, Norway, the Netherlands, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and I think that's it.
Did you say
I think.
Italy?
I said Italy, yeah. Um, and every single one of those countries has their own issues, um, and things that impact them, but they're very similar. It's housing, the economy, grocery prices, post-COVID prices. It's all the same complaints that we have here. And they also have governments that care about their citizens, and they have more opportunities, and you know there's no places where people go without medical care because they can't afford it. It's a basic human right. I mean, it's really not rocket science. And if there's one industry that really should never have become such a money maker, it should have been healthcare.
Yeah,
That's not that's not it's not the place.
it's just gotten so out of control though,
Mhm.
and the people that get the money, like you said, even the
The rich
bribe,
percent.
you know, all that, they're not going to want to see that machine stop. And,
Mm-mm.
you know, when I used to, not to age myself, but back when I first started my career in the early 90s, I sold health insurance plans to big companies. And back then there were hundreds of insurance plans you could pick from.
Mhm.
Hundreds. You wanted like the low budget ones, you could have that. You wanted the real big, you know, big plans, you could have that. Do you know that by the time I got out of that industry, that part of the industry, 10 years later, all the bigger companies bought them out?
Mhm.
There's literally like, let's give it 10 companies the
Yeah.
most. Like the Blue Cross and Blue Shields, they're just called different things in different states. It's still
Yeah.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield. You have
Yeah.
Anthem and
Anthem, and yeah.
Horizon, which is for us in Jersey. It's all the
Mhm.
same shit, man. It's all the same CEO. It's all the same. They bought out the ability to compete. They bought out the ability for people to have
They've
choices.
turned it all into monopolies,
It is. And people don't get it, man. You have like 5 companies now that just dictate everything.
and people are dying as a result.
Yeah. Because they just needed to suck as much of that profit as they could, you know? So,
And all the people in our government are enabling it.
yeah, because they make money off it too, man. Like, here's
Red. blue, green, purple, male, woman, child, everybody, all of them, they have the best healthcare money can buy
And they don't pay a
on
god
our dime.
for it. Yeah. I pay for their insurance. You pay for their
We
insurance.
can't even get the Matt Gates report. We paid for that too.
I know. It's
God
horrible.
damn.
And I know I probably sound a bit of a Debbie Downer, but being in the industry, even from a work perspective, I've seen I'm 24 years into it, being in this industry in one capacity or another. And it's saddening to me, because there was the potential of it going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
But when you allow profit and money,
Citizens United.
Yeah, that's when it goes awry.
Mm-hmm.
And it speaks volumes to other parts of our country.
Once the Supreme Court allowed corporations to act as people unrestricted in money capacity, there was no more we could do.
Yeah.
So if you want to be mad, be mad. I encourage everybody to be mad. I encourage you to take your anger and write your congressperson, write your senator, write a lawmaker, write your governor. If you live in a state that doesn't have Medicaid expansions, contact your Department of Health and ask them why. Contact your Surgeon General of your state. We have to keep this momentum going right now because they're scared, and I want them to be. I think we need them to be. We need them to be more scared.
I mean, listen,
I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything. I'm just saying that, Elon Musk thought that he was going to buy America and he was going to reign like a king, when what he did was he enraged the American people to become France in the 1700s. We will start building guillotines for these rich motherfuckers, because I think that the literal eat the rich is going to play out like that instead of actually physically boiling and eating them. I don't think Elon Musk would be very tasty. He looks like he would taste like whale.
Yeah, and also after you told me what's all floating in his fucking blood system, I'm good. I'll pass.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine what else the fuck's in there.
Dude, can you imagine him at a pool with no shirt on?
You haven't seen a picture of him with no shirt on? His body looks like the Cybertruck design.
Stop it.
It does.
Google it later. No, I try to avoid looking at anybody that already skeeves me from the neck up. I try to then avoid the rest of the body. If you didn't have me from the neck up to even remotely care, then I genuinely don't give a shit.
Don't care about the neck down. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you're
gonna be no for me, dog. Gross. So yeah. I encourage everybody to, stay engaged and stay mad and use this as an opportunity to continue the conversation about, changing the way that the system works in this country, because that's the only way. We need to seize on the conversation. We need to keep it going. CEOs, you better be scared.
Whatever, man. They got enough.
1, 2, X is coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. So I went to DMX instead of Freddie. Sorry, my bad.
That was awesome. Listen,
R.I.P.
All the options you gave people, of writing their congressmen, things that you can do. I know for me that helps, because at least it's something I can control, right? I'm smart enough to know that one of my letters is not, they're not gonna be like, holy shit,
Tina,
we were waiting. But I think that we collectively try. I know I did
hear the people singing the song of angry men. Collective. We have to be a people, guys.
Do together. I think platforms like what you do, not just on our podcast, but through your other social media outlets, people need to stay informed. You've helped me so much to be more informed, more knowledgeable, more able to have discussions with others where I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's actually incorrect. No, these things may not seem like huge,
But they're
groundbreaking.
little calls to action.
They're little calls to action. And we show the next generation too that we're trying to start building a foundation so that their voices then can get even louder and
We
even
just
louder.
have to keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
We have
keep
to be
going.
noisy. We have to be loud. We have to just continue to let them know our discontent and vote. Vote. That is the most important thing. All you motherfuckers that stayed home in 2024 can eat the giant bag of dicks.
And
Fuck
not like
every one of you. If you did not get off your lazy fucking ass to go vote this election, you are dead to me.
yeah. I can't
Period.
even fucking fathom it, to be honest with you. I'm like, wait, what? So, like, my family came to this country for certain opportunities, the ability to live in a country where we could go to school and women would have other, both my parents became United States citizens, right? They wanted to be full-fledged citizens. Every time somebody tells me they don't vote, it's like a kick in my own parents' face.
Mm-hmm.
That for everything these immigrants did to be part of this country so their voice can be heard, and you fucking can't be bothered, and you were fucking born here, you didn't even have to go through all the hoopla they did, fuck you.
Yep.
Dude, fuck off.
Yep.
I got nothing.
If you literally just had to get off your couch and fucking go vote, like, there's no excuse.
Yeah. Like, pick up
No
some chicken
excuse.
on the way home, bitch. Like, you can make it a double
Exactly.
stop. Like, it's going to be
Fuck
okay.
you.
I can't.
God damn.
I can't.
Anyways, that's my little election
That's
vent
my drop right there. That's my.
to throw on the end of this. Before I let everybody go, I just wanted to take an opportunity to say thank you for being a wonderful part of my community. And also, if you want to travel with me in the year 2025, I have plenty of openings for some upcoming trips. In March, I have spots open for Iceland. And April, please come to Greece with me.
Oh,
Please. Everybody's canceling. Please come with me. I would love to spend a couple days with you in Greece. Please.
guys, I'm not even kidding. Make your little payment plan.
Please.
Lord knows I'm still paying off certain trips that I've gone on. It's fucking worth the payment plan.
Oh,
Go,
man.
go.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
You
Also,
if I could leave my job and
come with me.
fucking
I mean, I have a +1 for Greece.
don't tease me, man. Come
All you
on.
need is a plane ticket. If you would like to come to the Galapagos Islands or Italy or Scotland or the German Christmas markets next December with me, also, I just locked in August 30th into September, Iceland in the summer.
Damn.
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Stupid question. Do you still see like
Yeah. Yeah,
wow.
you can still see the Northern Lights, and
Fucking
I mean,
awesome.
now they're not as prominent in the summer, but you can go to a lot of the waterfalls and stuff that you can't
Oh,
access during
so
the winter
cool.
when it's all frozen.
That is
So
awesome.
very excited about that because a lot of people were asking for that too. So, and plus, August of 2025 is supposed to have like a wild, like Aurora Borealis kind of show.
Oh.
Yeah, we might be
Guys,
at the tail end of it, but I got.
It's
I got
epic.
It's
Do
amazing.
it. Yeah.
And also, what else? If you haven't joined my Substack, chasingoz.substack.com, I post a blog post almost every day. If you miss any of my TikTok content, it's there. If you don't see me on TikTok, you can see me on YouTube. I'm actually posting there now too. So all of the things.
Don't forget your merchandise too, because I fucking love
Oh yeah. Oh wait, do I
it.
need to, oh no, I threw it back on the bed. I have a cool new hoodie. I got all kinds of cool new merch, Lollipop Guild OG stuff at chasingoz.shop. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Oz After Dark. We have so many exciting things coming in 2025, so stay tuned. And thank you for being a part of our community.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.